Hello, friends. Today we are going to discuss a very important topic, key factors in aging and chronic diseases. I am Dr. Jagaji Singh Virk, MBBS, FCGP, FAMS, PGDGM. Let's introduce what is it. Aging and chronic disease are influenced by key factors like glycation, oxidative stress, inflammation, mitochondrial dysfunction, and cellular senescence. Lifestyle choices, including poor diet, physical inactivity, and stress, accelerate the damage. Genetic predispositions, environmental toxins, and chronic infections further contribute to this damage. Addressing these factors through healthy habits, stress management, and targeted interventions can promote longevity and reduce the risk of chronic conditions. Let's see the individual factors. Glycation cause excess glucose in the bloodstream, leading to the formation of advanced glycation end products called AGEs. High sugar intake, poor dietary choices, and oxidative stress are few of the causes. And the effects are cross-linking of proteins and DNA in the body, damage to skin elasticity in the shape of wrinkles, blood vessels, endothelium dysfunction, and organs. These are the tips to block the glycation and aging with the reduced sugar intake, on use of antioxidant-rich foods, hydration, glycation blocking supplements, and prioritizing the sleep patterns. Outcomes: accelerated aging, cardiovascular diseases, kidney damage, and neurodegenerative disorders, all seen in diabetics and pre-diabetics. Prevention and treatment: reduce sugar and refined carbohydrates intake, including antioxidants like vitamin C, E, A, selenium, polyphenols in our diet, exercise to improve glucose metabolism, use of anti-glycation agents like carnosine and aminoguanidine under the medical advice. Oxidative stress causes imbalance between free radicals and antioxidants, exposure to pollutants, radiation, smoking, poor diet, and chronic stress. Effects seen are damage to the DNA, proteins, and lipids in the body, impaired cellular function. These are the few of the causes. Stress, too much or little exercise, fast foods, not enough fruits and vegetable, contaminants, poor diet, nutrition, smoking, air and water pollutants, exposure to toxins, pesticides, alcohol, all these cause oxidative stress in the body. Outcomes: chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, and aging. Prevention, treatment, diet rich in antioxidants, fruits, vegetables, nuts, limit exposure to environmental toxins, exercise moderately, use supplements like coenzyme Q10 and glutathione. Mitochondrial dysfunction cause genetic mutations, oxidative stress, poor nutrition, and chronic inflammation. Toxins or drug-induced damage. Effects are decreased energy production, ATP, and increased reactive oxygen species, ROS productions. These are the citric acid cycle in the mitochondria and formation of energy with fatty acids and glucose, and mitochondrial dysfunction. Outcomes: fatigue, neurodegenerative diseases, Parkinsonism, Alzheimer's, and metabolic disorders. Prevention treatment, nutrients like CoQ10, magnesium, and B vitamins, aerobic exercise to improve mitochondrial efficiency, avoiding mitochondrial toxins, processed foods, alcohol, insulin resistance, cause chronic overconsumption of refined sugars and carbohydrates, sedentary lifestyles and obesity, chronic inflammation. Effects seen are impaired glucose uptake by the cells, elevated blood glucose and insulin levels, as seen in diabetics and pre-diabetics. These are few of the symptoms of insulin resistance, like acne, low blood sugar, hair loss, skin tags, craving sweets, belly fat, fatty liver, PCOS, decreased testosterone and low muscle tone, gout, weight gain, tired after meals, high blood sugar, high triglycerides and or high cholesterol, belly fat. All these are symptoms of insulin resistance. Outcomes: type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, and obesity. Prevention treatment: low carbohydrate or ketogenic diets, regular physical activity, especially strength training exercises, weight loss and stress reduction. Medications like metformin under the medical supervision we can take. Membrane instability cause poor quality fats, trans fats, oxidized fat, or this oils, refined oils, vegetable refined oils, and low omega-3 intake, oxidative stress, and lack of essential nutrients. Effect is disruption in cellular communication and nutrient transport, increased permeability and inflammation. This is the photograph of membrane of our cell, and this is the extracellular fluid, and this is the inside of the cell, and this is the double layer of our membrane. These are the nutrients entering and passing through this membrane. Membrane instability outcomes: neurodegenerative diseases like and immune dysfunction and metabolic disorders. Prevention and treatment: diet rich in omega-3 fatty acids found in fish, flaxseed, walnuts, avoiding processed foods and trans fats, sporting with phospholipids and antioxidants. Inflammation cause chronic infections, poor diet, high sugar, processed foods, and stress. Autoimmune conditions and obesity also contribute to inflammation. Effect is activation of the immune system causing tissue damage, chronic low-grade inflammation leading to systemic issues and most of the chronic diseases. Top signs your body is inflamed, seen in body pain, fatigue and insomnia, depression, anxiety, mood disorders, GI issues such as constipation, diarrhea, acid reflux, weight gain or weight loss, frequent infections. All these are symptoms. Outcome: arthritis, cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, and cancer. Prevention and treatment: anti-inflammatory diet rich in omega-3s, turmeric, ginger, and avoiding omega-6 in more than required. Stress management techniques like yoga, meditation, breathing techniques, maintaining a healthy weight and gut microbiome, using anti-inflammatory medications if needed under the medical supervision. Autophagy cause overeating, high insulin levels and lack of fasting or caloric restrictions, chronic stress and aging. Effect we see accumulation of damaged cells and organelles, impaired cell renewal and detoxification. Autophagy is eating away of our own body cells when we are hungry. That is the basic process of autophagy. Benefits: enhanced immune function, clearing infections, pathogens, viruses, bacteria, removing toxic proteins from the cells, damaged proteins, damaged cell organelles, improved cognitive function, more energy to mitochondria, protecting the nervous system. Outcomes: accelerated aging, cancer, and neurodegenerative diseases. Prevention, treatment, intermittent fasting or time-restricted eating, exercise to stimulate autophagy, nutrients like spermidine and polyphenols, those formed on green tea, dark chocolates. Methylation. What is methylation? Methylation is a biochemical process where a methyl group, CH3, is added to a molecule such as DNA, proteins, or other compounds. This process is essential for gene regulation, neurotransmitter synthesis, or detoxification and energy production. 7 signs you need methylation support: brain fog after eating, red-faced after exercising, low energy, MTHFR or high homocysteine level in the blood, stress, increased estrogen, trouble falling asleep. Cause of methylation imbalance: nutritional deficiencies, lack of methyl donors like folate, vitamin B12, B6, and B10. Genetic variations, mutations in genes like MTHFR, methyl, methylene tetrahydrofolate reductase that affect methylation pathways. Oxidative stress damage the methylation cycle by increasing demand for repair. Environmental toxins, heavy metals, pollutants, and alcohol disrupts methylation processes. Inflammation, chronic inflammation interferes with methylation-related enzymes. Aging, methylation efficiency declines with age. Effects of poor methylation on DNA regulation: impaired methylation leads to dysregulated gene expression, which can activate oncogenes, cancer-causing genes, or silence tumor suppressor genes. On detoxification, inefficient detox pathways in the liver increase the buildup of toxins, contributing to conditions like fatigue and brain fog. On neurotransmitters, imbalanced methylation affects serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine, contributing to depression, anxiety, or other mood disorders. On energy metabolism, poor methylation hampers mitochondrial function, leading to fatigue and mitochondrial dysfunction. Outcome of methylation imbalance: increased risk of chronic diseases like cardiovascular disease, cancer, neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. Hormonal imbalances and mood disorders, accelerated aging and weakened immunity, cognitive decline, poor memory, and mental fatigue. Prevention, treatment of methylation imbalance: dietary support. Methyl donors include foods rich in folate, leafy greens, avocados. B12 is seen in eggs, fish, fortified foods. B6 as seen in bananas, nuts, and B10 in beets and spinach. Antioxidants reduce oxidative stress with vitamin C, E, selenium, and polyphenols. Avoiding toxins, minimize alcohol, processed foods, and exposure to heavy metals. Lifestyle changes: manage stress through mindfulness, yoga, and relaxation techniques. Exercise regularly to improve circulation and detox pathways. Supplements: methylation supporting nutrients. Use methylated forms of folate, 5-MTHF, and B12 methylcobalamin if genetic issues like MTHFR mutations are present. SEMI, that is S-adenosyl methionine, supports the methylation directly. Choline found in eggs improve methylation efficiency. Testing and personalization: genetic testing for MTHFR mutations and homocysteine levels in the blood. Work with the healthcare provider to tailor interventions based on individual needs. Connection with the other factors: Oxidative stress, excess free radicals can impair methylation cycles by depleting nutrients needed for DNA repair. Inflammatory processes disrupt methylation enzymes, worsening gene expression and detoxification. Mitochondrial dysfunction, poor methylation hinders mitochondrial DNA repair and energy metabolism. Insulin resistance alters metabolic pathways that rely on proper methylation for lipid and glucose metabolism. Gut microbiome imbalance importance. The gut microbiome influences digestion, immunity, neurotransmitter production, and inflammation. Cause poor diet, antibiotic stress, and lack of fiber. Effects impaired digestion, increased intestinal permeability called leaky gut, and systemic inflammation. These are the top symptoms of gut dysbiosis and pathogens. Gut microbiome imbalance outcomes, autoimmune diseases like and metabolic disorders, mental health issues, and poor immunity. Prevention, probiotics and prebiotics rich foods as in yogurt, fermented vegetables, and fibers. Avoid unnecessary antibiotics to the body. Manage stress through mindfulness and relaxation techniques and breathing exercises. Hormonal imbalance. Importance: hormones regulate growth, metabolism, stress response, and reproductive health. Cause: chronic stress, poor diet, toxins, or endocrine disrupting chemicals. Effect is seen: irregular menstrual cycles, fatigue, mood swings, and metabolic dysregulations. These are few of the symptoms. Like mental wellness is impaired, skin and hair problems are there, sleep disorders are there, digestive problems, period problems in ladies, fertility problems in ladies, muscle and bones problems, weight and fat problems, body temperature dysregulation. All these are symptoms of hormonal imbalance. Infertility, obesity, thyroid dysfunction, and adrenal fatigue. Prevention and treatment: balanced diet with healthy fats for hormone synthesis, as most of the hormones are synthesized with cholesterol. We should be aware of that. Avoiding endocrine disruptors, plastics, pesticides. Regular exercise and adequate sleep should be there. Chronic stress and dysregulated hypothalamic pituitary axis, adrenal axis. Importance: the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis manages stress responses and cortisol production. Cause: persistent physical emotional stress, elevated cortisol levels leading to insulin resistance, immune suppression, and inflammation. This is the HPA axis because the CNS stimulant with the stress on the hypothalamus lead to this adrenal cortex and then to the liver and all the body functions. CNS stimulus, then this up regulation and down regulation in the body. Outcomes is adrenal fatigue, anxiety, depression, and metabolic disorders. Prevention and treatment: stress management through yoga, meditation, and deep breathing. Adequate sleep and relaxation activities. Adaptogens like ashwagandha or rhodiola under guidance of a healthcare practitioners. Cellular senescence. Importance: senescent cells stop dividing but don't die, contributing to aging and chronic diseases. Cause: DNA damage, oxidative stress, and chronic inflammation. Effect: accumulation of damaged cells releasing pro-inflammatory cytokines affecting the whole of the body. Inflammaging creates senescent zombie cells. These are inflammation and aging both contribute to these senescent zombie cells. This increased oxidative stress as we age, this telomeres degradation, structural DNA damage, this mitochondrial dysfunction, digestive dysfunction, inflammaging cytokines, then stem cell exhaustion, then protein metabolism imbalance, then DNA methylation, and other epigenetic factors. All these contribute to senescence of cells, and zombie cells are there. Outcome: accelerated aging, cancer and degenerative diseases, prevention and treatment, caloric restriction or fasting to promote senescent cell clearance with autophagy, regular exercise to stimulate cellular repair mechanisms, senolytics, emerging therapies targeting senescent cells. Epigenetic dysregulation importance: epigenetic changes that is seen in DNA methylation, histone modification, control gene expression without altering the DNA sequence. Cause: environmental toxins, poor diet, chronic stress, and aging. Effect on the body: misregulated genes that can lead to cancer or metabolic disorders. This is the epigenetic changes are driven by our environment, a geographical environment, physical, human, and internal or self. And your genes aren't your destiny. While genetics gives you a blueprint, epigenetics decides which genes will be expressed or silenced. Epigenetic dysregulation outcomes: increased susceptibility to diseases and aging related dysfunctions. Prevention and treatment: diet rich in polyphenols as present in green tea and turmeric, avoid environmental toxins, engage in physical and mental exercises to promote healthy gene expression. Circadian rhythm disruptions importance: the body's biological clock regulates sleep hormones and metabolism. Cause: poor sleep hygiene, exposure to blue light at night, irregular sleep patterns. Effect is seen in disrupted sleep, hormonal imbalances, and impaired immune function. Circadian rhythm dysfunction is as in seen in social jet lag, overuse and reliance of stimulants, chronic artificial light exposures, being indoors 95% of the day, and eating late at night, covering up when outdoors. Outcomes: obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and depression. Prevention, treatment: maintaining a consistent sleep schedule, reduce screen time before bed, optimize light exposure, morning sunlight to be seen, minimal night light. Nutritional deficiencies importance: micronutrients are essential for enzymatic functions, immune health, and energy production. Cause of nutrition: uh, poor diet, malabsorption, increased nutrient demands. Affect: impaired immune functions, energy deficits, and poor tissue repairs. These are few of the nutritional deficiencies and common symptoms as seen in vitamin D deficiency, B12 deficiency, iron, calcium, magnesium, zinc, vitamin C, omega 3, vitamin A, biotin, B7, and iodine deficiencies. Nutritional deficiency outcomes seen in anemia, bone loss, weakened immunity, and fatigue. Prevention and treatment: diverse diet rich in whole foods, address the gut health or optimal of the absorption of the nutrients, supplementation as needed, like vitamin D, magnesium, iron. Toxin accumulation importance: toxins from the environment can overwhelm the body's detoxification systems. Cause: pollution, heavy metals, pesticides, and processed foods. Effect on the body: liver overload, oxidative stress, and DNA damage. How unresolved emotions lead to toxin buildup in the body. This is a very important, and 80% of the diseases are due to emotions. Outcome: cancer, neurological disorders, and hormonal imbalances. Prevention and treatment: detoxifying foods, cruciferous vegetables, garlic, cilantro, adequate hydration to support kidney function, avoidance of known toxins, and to be free from constipation. All are important. Blood flow and microcirculation issues importance: efficient blood flow delivers oxygen and nutrients to cells and removes waste. Cause: sedentary lifestyle, poor diet, and smoking affects reduced oxygenation and impaired cellular functions. And this is the blood flow and velocity. As the diameter of the vessel is increased, there is definitely low velocity of the circulation. Outcome of blood flow: cardiovascular diseases, poor wound healing and fatigue, prevention and treatment. Exercise regularly to improve circulation include vasodilative foods, beets, dark chocolates, avoid smoking and manage blood pressure. Protein misfolding importance: correct protein folding is essential for proper cellular function. Cause genetic mutations, oxidative stress, and aging. Affect accumulation of misfolded proteins leading to cellular dysfunction. These are the normal structures of proteins. This is the primary structure, as in a garland, and these amino acids act as a beads in the garland, and this is the primary structure, and this is the secondary structure when it is folding, and this is the tertiary structure when the secondary again folds, and the quaternary structure when the tertiary structure again folds. These are the structures of the normal protein, and these are the bonds between hydroxylation, lipidation, this phosphorylation, acetylation of all the proteins. Outcome: neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and Huntington's disease. Prevention: promote autophagy through fasting and exercise, or antioxidants to reduce oxidative damage. Emerging therapies targeting protein folding pathways. Summary: the interconnected web demonstrates that these factors do not operate in isolation. Instead, they form a complex network where addressing one factor can ripple through and impact others, highlighting the importance of a holistic approach to health management. Identifying a single molecular cause that underpins all the factors you mentioned is complex, as these processes are highly interconnected and multifactorial. However, one molecular mechanism stands out as a potential common denominator. What is that? Mitochondrial dysfunction as the central cause. Mitochondria are the energy powerhouse of the cell, and their dysfunction has widespread implications across almost all the factors listed. Here's how mitochondrial dysfunction ties into each factor. Oxidative stress. Dysfunctional mitochondria produce excessive reactive oxygen species, ROS, driving oxidative damage to cellular components. Inflammation. Mitochondrial dysfunction triggers inflammatory signaling pathways, that is NLRP3's inflammasome activation, leading to chronic low-grade inflammation. Then autophagy. Impaired mitochondrial quality control hinders autophagy, allowing damaged mitochondria to accumulate. Insulin resistance. Mitochondrial inefficiency affects cellular energy metabolism, contributing to insulin resistance. Glycation. Excess glucose and dysfunctional energy metabolism increase glycation end products. Gut microbiome. Mitochondrial dysfunction disrupts epithelial energy metabolism, contributing to gut dysbiosis. Toxin accumulation. Impaired mitochondrial detoxification pathways increase susceptibility to toxin-induced damage. Membrane instability. Mitochondrial ROS damage lipid membranes, impairing cellular and mitochondrial membrane integrity. Methylation. Energy deficits from mitochondrial dysfunction impair methylation reactions, as methylation depends on ATP and metabolic intermediates. Cellular senescence. Damaged mitochondria increase oxidative stress and DNA damage, accelerating cellular aging. Supporting evidence. Mitochondria play a central role in cellular energy metabolism, redox balance signaling, and apoptosis. Their dysfunction has been implicated in many chronic diseases, including diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, neurodegenerative conditions, and aging. How to target mitochondrial dysfunction? Enhancing mitochondrial biogenesis using interventions like exercise, caloric restrictions, and compounds such as PQQ and resveratrol. Reducing oxidative stress through antioxidants like CoQ10, alpha lipoic acid, and N-acetylcysteine. Improving mitochondrial quality control, supporting autophagy through intermittent fasting or compounds like spermidine, optimizing nutrition, ensuring adequate intake of nutrients critical for mitochondrial function, that is B vitamins, magnesium, and omega 3s. Unified hypothesis. Mitochondrial health serves as the cornerstone of cellular and systemic health. Addressing mitochondrial dysfunction could have cascading benefits, ameliorating other factors and restoring physiological balance. While no single factor is the absolute root cause, mitochondrial function is a compelling candidate for the most central molecular cause. Thank you very much.